What? Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues. With this video, I'll be discussing my thoughts on episode 10 of Masamune-kun's Revenge. And, like, what the hell? So completely missed the mark, apparently, did I, in my speculation of who our new chubby character was. I thought he was calling back to the first episode. The cat with the scissors, man. I thought he was making a comeback. No, this character doesn't wear glasses. Different character entirely. Gasso is apparently his name. And I guess he, there's an arranged marriage, a promise of marriage between he and Aki. And, okay. Of course, he's completely still riding the rails of like that stalker-esque, pretending to be the Masamune of old that Adagaki Aki seems to remember and actually had an interest in and everything like that. He was hefty, and this guy's hefty. He's purporting that this was the nickname she gave him, Masamune, when I guess we can kind of say, well, it probably was taken from our main character, Makabe Masamune, I wonder if she had an interest in him, and then after they're falling out, maybe she met, Gasso, and maybe it was a conflict. Maybe this is the exact root of the conflict that set Aki and Makabe, that great divide between them, set them apart, because he was promised to Neko and she was promised to Gasso. So I guess that could have been the underpinning element of the downfall between them. I don't effing know. I have no idea. I'm just grasping at straws, trying to make sense of this. Effing Neko. Speaking of Neko, she's back. She's fine. A month has passed since the end of the last episode. Did we time skip toward the end of the previous episode when Gasso made his debut? Had a month passed in those fleeting moments between everyone seeing Neko at the hospital and, Makabe making his resolve to continue to get fit and go after Aki and crush her heart? Or was there actually a month that has passed between the actual end of the episode when Gasso, introduces himself, and then in this episode we skip ahead a month? I don't know. This episode was a bag of WTF-ery. I'm telling you right now, from Gasso not being who I thought he was. He's a completely new character. He's taking on the persona, the guise, the lie. Identity theft here is Gasso, debuting before us, pretending to be the Masamune of old. And I guess he must have known Aki at some level, because he seems very familiar with her. He's perfectly fine calling her Aki-chan and all this stuff, denoting the familiarity that he has with her. Apparently he was promised to her and vice versa, similarly to how we found Neko was to Makabe and vice versa, and all these strange things. Neko's fine. She had her surgery, she was gone for months, she's back. And then, we have this trio of characters. Who the hell are these three? The Yuri group or whatever. And I don't mean on ice. They're completely all girls together, kind of group, very happy about the Aki who's destroying man, and I mean that, the male of the species, they want her to just destroy any guy. They're like her fan club, her clique. I don't know. Have we seen these characters before? I feel like the little sort of lolicon looking one we might have seen before. I'm not sure if we've actually seen any of them. The kendo weapon wielding one, and the one with the glasses. They said their names, and it's just like, with how close we seemingly are to the end of the series, should I even bother learning their names? I didn't even write them down. I don't know. I think one of them was Mari or something like that. The one with the glasses, maybe the little Mario mushroom hairstyle and everything. Who the F are they? I don't effing know. They just come out of nowhere. And they're taken aback by here we have Gasso trying to make his move. They think he's just like some kind of weird player or something, because, of course, Aki at the start of the episode, or at least the start of the encounter with this trio in the episode, she's demeaning a former jock, writing, "Oh, I can see your nipples through your shirt." Nice one, Aki. In permanent marker, I might add. So you know it carries some weight. You know, the impact there was not lost on this trio of Yuri-loving girls. And they're very proud of Aki, living up to, apparently, her reputation of taking guys down one step at a time until our wonderful, beloved Gasso, the fat boy incarnate, gets involved, and she's all, oh, okay, you know, like anything this guy says to her, she's all chuffed up about. Like all of a sudden she's backpedaling on everything. Why? Like, is she, as one of the girls purport, is she a chubby chaser? Is that, I mean, we know now, based on the flashbacks in the last episode, she actually did like Masamune, if it was even the right Masamune. Like, yeah, I don't know. All these backward conflicting memories between Makabe and Aki, are they even, like, remembering the right situation? You know, did Aki actually get demeaning to Makabe and call him Pigfoot and all this stuff? Was she the one who actually called him that? It seems like she really doesn't remember that name. I'm not really clear on whether she does or not, and the only one as yet that we know that knows what that name was Koiwai. She knows to call Makabe Pigfoot. Like, could this have been a name she gave him? Could it have been a scenario where Koiwai was trying to protect Aki, and because Aki had been betrothed to Gasso by her family, this arranged marriage, maybe she was like, well, you're going to have to let Makabe down, Masamune down. Well, how do we go about this? Demean him. Give him a bad name. Make fun of him. He's already been bullied, it'll hurt him, but you have to send him packing because your family's expecting you to marry this guy, Gasso. So maybe, you know, she came up with Pigfoot, Aki used it on Makabe, and this is what set Makabe down his path of you know, becoming fit, this madness, where he's apparently out in nature for a month. He can't get any phone signal for a month, apparently, allegedly. When Koiwai's trying to contact him and give him the warning, the heads up, hey, there's a chubby chaser over here, and this girl you want to take down a peg. Lo and behold, if you'd only known all this time. Huh? That's what I'm doing the whole episode. And then, like, all of a sudden, it's festival time, and perfectly natural for two classes to want to put on Snow White. I had actually equated what we see in the OP in a previous episode discussion video to, like, Romeo and Juliet, and then I'd gotten to thinking, well, maybe it's like Sleeping Beauty, because we see, you know, Makabe going in to kiss Aki, who's laying in the bed as if in a sleeping death, something along those lines, and apparently neither of those were the case as well. Apparently it's Snow White, which, okay, a princess gets knocked out, the same kind of thing, needs to be kissed by the prince. And even though in the OP do we see the prince, for all intents and purposes, being Makabe and the princess being Aki, that ain't the way the class rep wants to do it. Not one iota. Rather, she wants to have Kojiro, the very effeminate male best friend of Makabe, to play Snow White in their class's version of it, and Makabe will play the prince. Whereas, over on Aki's side, they want Aki to be the princess, and of course, Mr. Chubby Gasso to be the prince. And so, all havoc ensues, and we can't have this. You know, we have the little lolly of the trio of girls now, this little Yuri pack, if you will. She's apparently the like class vice president or something like that. She's like, we're going to choose Aki's side. Nobody's going to argue with me. Decision is final. But this creates an all-out debate in the hallways, and we have Gasso actually coming up. I will give him credit. At least he is the most even-minded voice of reason almost to everyone. I mean, he goes and he exposes the fact to this Yuri trio that he's betrothed to Aki, but he's not going to try to burgeon anything further. Allegedly, he seems the pinnacle of innocence. Is he to be believed? I don't know. Could he be a grand manipulator, as Koiwai seems to be, as Makabe thinks he's trying to be and fails every other corner he turns, even going so far as to wall slam. Oh my god, he did the ultimate wall slam on Aki. to no avail, because apparently his zipper, was it open? She said it was, but he looked down, he's like, oh, thank God it's closed. Did she fake him out just to get away from him? I think that's what she did. And then, of course, there's Gasso, Mr. Fatty, in the hallway waiting for her. Like the little wandering puppy dog. Apparently this guy can't go anywhere without being 3 feet away from her. Is it the stalker thing, like I said? Like I assumed? I don't know. The whole episode, I don't know. And so you have Makabe just, pulling up those britches. Let's lay the smackers down. How about we do this? How about we compete? Let's have 2 Snow White productions compete and see which one is better. How are they going to do that? They're going to put on the whole play one after the other, one side by side on the stage, and they're going to have a crowd choose? How the hell is this going to work out? And then whichever one wins at the festival dance that culminates the festival, well, apparently there's a personal challenge that's going to be going on between Makabe and Gasso. Whoever wins gets to choose who they dance with, and obviously, I don't think they said it, but the assumption was on both of their parts who that someone would be. I'll give you 3 guesses. And if none of them happen to be Aki, well, you lost. So just WTF. This episode was a complete WTF, one after the other after the other. And not that it was any less enjoyable. It was enjoyable for the sheer cluster F that was going on. Like one moment to the next. All of a sudden we have these 3 chicks, this Yuri fan club. Who the hell are they? Suddenly we're spending so much time with them like they've been here all along. I don't remember them if they have been. Neko's fine. She's back. She had her surgery. A whole month has gone by. When? I don't know. Gasso is he Masamune? Is he not Masamune? I don't know. Aki's taken aback by his every word. He's the voice of reason who stops everyone from arguing, oh, maybe we should listen to the class rep. She's the one who's fighting for her class's production of this Snow White. She's the one broaching the idea that, hey, it's not fair to just cast us off. We already had this far in the planning, in the works. Huh? Please, anyone watching this video, I would delight in the conversation, in the comments below. Tell me, explain it to me. What in the F is going on? Because I don't have clue on. Describing it back, it doesn't sound as crazy as the feeling I had watching it. But the whole time I'm just like, huh? and like, oh, Neko's back? A month? Really? Surgery? Yeah, they pulled something out of her? What was it, tapeworm? Like, huh? She's fine? I don't know. How many episodes are left? What, 2? 3? Maybe? So I guess we're ending with the festival. I guess that's what we're ending with, this play. Like, the next episode's probably going to be this competition, however the hell that's going to go. And then the final episode. See, here's the thing, right? In the OP, they have Makabe going to kiss Aki on stage. In what I can only presume now is sort of the backstage shot, is Makabe looking at Gasso, who I didn't know was Gasso all season long until he debuted, and now we find out who he is. I thought he was the fat kid from episode 1 with the scissors, as I say. So is this going to equate where, well, certain aspects of the one class put on a great production, not the whole thing. Certain aspects of Aki's class put on a great production, not the whole thing. So let's intertwine them. Let's put them together. We will obviously choose Makabe to be our prince, and we will obviously choose Aragaki Aki to be our princess. This will perfectly align to get them together. They'll have to kiss on stage. And don't you know, in anime, once a kiss is shared between 2 characters, they're married for life. I'm sure that's how this is going. And it's like, huh? Explain it to me, Lucy. Tell me in the comments. I don't know. I'm all on board for the next one because I just want to see how the hell they explain things and what happens next. Other than that, I don't have much else to say. So otherwise, I hope this video finds you well, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.